be awesome. Not going to happen anytime soon. Hello and welcome. I got a little follow-up here from a video I did a couple of weeks back where I was saying I needed help with figuring out audio solutions for a podcast, and we were talking a lot about the DJI Mic 2 and the system that I ended up getting. Ooh, right there. Can you tell what it is yet? Not sexy, not glamorous. It's the Lav Mic from DJI. Really the follow-up here is I got 4 of these for my podcast solution or for my audio solution. I'm wearing one right now, and obviously the idea is to be compatible with the DJI Mic system too. These Lav Mics from DJI, they weren't, I mean, you can get really expensive Lav Mics, but compared to Amazon, they weren't as cheap as I would have wanted them to be. But, and there's a big but, there's like 1, 2, 3 reasons why I really like this. My biggest issue with Lav Mics is there's something called the producer loop, I think it's called, where you take a mic and you wrap your cord around itself, feed it through the clip, and it makes this nice little loop, and you'll see that on TV. Where people are wearing a Lav Mic, you'll see that. I've always found it really difficult to lav someone up, especially for me. I've been doing my sister-in-law's podcast / interview video she's doing, and she's doing a video series called Women of Strength. It's been fantastic. Good job, Gina. She's running for Mrs. Nevada. And within that, I've been laving up my sister-in-law and her guests, which basically, guess what? They're all women. They're women of strength. And it's just so awkward trying to lav somebody up and trying to figure out where to put one of these on them. And then also trying to do that little producer loop and trying to hide it. We haven't really been bothering too much and caring too much about it being fully laved up, or sorry, being fully hidden. But, you know, ideally it's going to be out of sight to the best. So obviously right now it's in my shirt and going through my shirt into my pocket and connected to DJI Mic 2. It's just a pain to lav people up, I think. I'm not too good at it, clearly. And obviously if you don't get it right, your audio could suck. And there's been a couple of times where the person's hair has been hitting the mic. And this is on my old lav system, which I just got from Amazon, and it was really cheap. It came with 2 mics. Boom. A pain, especially with like the angle of the way the little clip works on the Amazon mics and on traditional mics. So the biggest thing when I saw this is it's going to be hard to show on, oh, there we go. This thing rotates. So that means, regardless of how you need to set it up, it's going to be a lot simpler because you can rotate that round as opposed to being in a very fixed angle. And I only learned with the other mics to do the loop system. I haven't done some research like, how do I lav someone up? And that little flexibility of that spinning around, just that makes my life easier for starters. So there's that. The second thing is this little 90-degree angle on the adapter. So when it goes into the lav system, or the Mic 2, as you can see, it goes in that 90-degree angle. So that's cool because that's going to help with not having disconnects. And then the lav system I did have had the little lock on there, and I felt like the connection going in here wasn't the greatest. There was kind of like a little gap, and I just felt like there was room for something going wrong there. So that little 90-degree bend in the connector is great. And the last one is, with my other mic system, the wire is just, I wouldn't even say slightly thicker, it was a great deal thicker. So when you're trying to run it through this little lock, which is in the Mic 2, where you can run your cable through. So basically it goes in right here to as close to that hinge as you can get. And it basically means that if this gets tugged, it ain't coming out. And when I did that with the other Lav mic that I had, it was just too thick. And yeah, it would get locked in, but it wouldn't sit nicely. So I was kind of worried, is it gonna cause friction and break eventually? And I just figured, okay, let's get the official DJI Lav mic. And I ended up getting 4 because I have 4 receivers. And if I'm gonna be doing a podcast, 4 again. So far, they're the features that I really like about DJI's version of this Lav mic. Now, a couple of instances I've been recording a interview, whatever you want to call it, and I've been monitoring the audio from my 2 guests out of 2 of these with 2 of these, and I have been getting a bunch of static, and I thought at first it was something hitting the actual mic itself, and it wasn't. And I think the person may have had it, or did have it behind them, and I think it was either hitting a chair or moving in some way in this direction. That could have caused some static to come through, and at one point it got really bad and I had to stop.
Sports are over. You have to find... No.
But when I was listening to it through the my headphones, it was really bad, and I was like, what the heck is that? And even when I took my headphones off, put it down, the two guests were saying, what's that noise? And it's like, yeah, there's something coming through and I can't tell what. So I don't know if it's phone interference, I don't know if it's something to do with this. So that was just one thing I'm keeping an eye on to learn from. I'm going to try and put this in a few different positions, like hook this onto someone's jeans, but not on the back where it has the ability to, say, hit the chair that they're sitting on, but like maybe to the side. So run the cable round and down to their side, or even around their back and to the opposite side. And we'll see. It's all just learning, but up until this point, this mic system, just the features I've talked about, I've really enjoyed, and I think are worth looking at. If you're looking for a mic, these things, if you're going cheap, go Amazon. You're going to get them for like under 20 bucks for 2. I can't remember how much mine were, but they were crazy cheap like that. These things I did spend some money on, but they were an investment to the future of our production company, Braxton Family Media, the future of this channel. There's good audio, and I think getting these was great, but being able to lab up 4 people with these specific mics and just the ease of use with this little clip, they thought about it, and I like that. And innovated. I don't know if anyone else has done something like that before, but they, rotating this round, it makes it just, the anxiety of laving someone up goes away when you've got a little bit more flexibility with this thing. And then, if you need to adjust it slightly, you can. And the other more rigid version of a Lav Mic, and I'll show you my other one just to kind of illustrate. It's just weird. I just don't, well, I mean, it was cheap, yes, but I've seen a lot of more expensive ones have the exact same setup, and it just, there's no flexibility there, so you just have to know what you're doing or you don't. But yeah, I mean, I've got mine right here. I haven't tested the audio on this one, but it's not peaking. It's, that much away from my mouth, which apparently is how far it's supposed to be. So I like it. I know that's kind of somewhat of a lengthy video on a Lav Mic. It's just something I learned, something that may help someone out there, and if it does, I'll put the links in the description below. I don't think you can get these on Amazon at this point, so then there may be no links. If it goes on Amazon, I'll put the link up. If it's not on Amazon, me and DJI are not pals yet. I would love them to be, because they make some great stuff, and to get some drones or some cool stuff from them would be incredible. I've spent enough money with them that would be awesome. Not going to happen anytime soon. So if DJI don't bless me with links and stuff, then yeah, this probably is only going to be available on their website. So if there's a link down there, it may be because it's just getting you to the website and not affiliated. If it's on Amazon, I'll put an affiliate link up there. So there we go. That is the DJI official Lav Mic for the DJI Pocket, no, the DJI Mic 2 system. Let me know what you think. Like, comment, subscribe. Have a great day. Bye.